And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills.
I can't catch a break, guys.
Yeah.
Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys.
People think, oh, well, cleaning your room, that's just a cliche. It's like, yeah, really, eh? Just go ahead and try it.
If people had any idea how powerful sleep is for healing from anything, and the fact that it's free.
My mind is absolutely bulletproof, solid as a rock.
Podcast. Boom, and we are live. Welcome back to another coaching call. Happy New Year, all you lovely, lovely people. To all my amazing clients or just people listening in, you're more than welcome to this week's coaching call. What we are talking about this week is your success plan. All right, so let's jump right in. So we are going to be talking about habits and how habits equal your goals. How are habits going to help you achieve your goals? All right, and so you see here on my lovely little image, if you're just listening, guys, this is a little staircase from habits to success. All right, so again, habits are fundamental to success for the simple reason being they are what you are going to be performing for the majority of your days. All right, and so again, if you've got some good habits, hopefully they're going to lead you in the right direction. All right, that would be the definition of a good habit, a habit that is good for you in both the short and long term. Maybe not pleasurable in the short term, but hopefully good for you in the long term. Bad habits can be things that are very pleasurable in the short term, not so good for you in the long term, or maybe just miserable in the short term and the long term. All right, depending on the habit. So your guide to success. We are going to take an approach of beginning with the end in mind. All right, so we want to backtrack. So we want to start at where we want to be and work our way back. All right, what would you have to do in order to get there? So here's what I suggest. Start by planning your day. So this basically is how you live your life. Your life is only ever going to come to you minute by minute, hour by hour, and day by day. So we can't really control the week. What we can control is each day in the week. 24-hour planner, 1 hour blocks. So break your day up into 1 hour blocks. If you've got lots of things to do and you want to be really finicky about it, maybe 30-minute blocks. Or if again you like nice big broad strokes, maybe 2 hour blocks. All right. So a weekly plan. So we need to plan day by day. Obviously, each day isn't going to look the same. So we're going to plan it for the week. And so again, you might have a couple of days planned. Maybe you've got your day on, your day off, and then your weekends. And so you've got 3 days. And then, so how many days are going to look the same? How many days are going to look different? And what's that going to look like on your average week or month? So I would probably not try and plan it month by month. That's going to be a little bit difficult. But what you could do is plan some milestone markers. So what milestone would you expect to have achieved by this month, by this month? All right. And so again, we're starting to line up the path for success. We started with the hour, moved on to the day, on to the week, and now we've got where we should be, all going well if we're following that plan month by month. All right. So it all starts with a single decision change. Have you made that decision yet? That's what we want to see. All right. So one step at a time, easy breezy. Another very unsexy idea is one of small compounding effort. All right. So initially, when you say to somebody, we're going to take the slow and steady approach, everyone sighs a little bit. All right. The thought of that can be a little bit daunting, but that's only because we've been conditioned to think that people get instant results, because that's what you hear about an awful lot of time. You hear about the overnight success. All right. And so what we don't often enough hear about is, the grinder, the slow and steady, consistent approach. It's not unbelievably sexy. It's not going to, go straight up to your Instagram feed, number one, stay there all day, top of the pops. But that's what we find works for most people. All right. So when has the big instant result approach ever worked for you? And if it has worked for you, has it worked for you long term? If so, congratulations. Please send me a message, comment under this video, and let me know how amazing it went. Because again, I've got hundreds of clients chomping at the bit, waiting for that instant result. So if you do trip across it, let me know. I'd be very, very interested. All right. I'm not against instant results. I just know that doesn't work for most people, because again, with instant results, there's always a trade-off. So what is your one big thing? What is the one habit you could take that would really change the trajectory of your day, your week, and your month? All right. Again, it could be working out, it could be going for a walk, it could be drinking more water, it could be cutting out the cigarettes, it could be cutting out the alcohol, it could be many different things. So what is your one big thing that you need to do? Let's take this one step at a time. So over here, I have a little image of the multiplying penny. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen this. And so this to me is kind of how investing works. All right. So if you have a good investment, obviously this is very dramatic. It's very rare to get double every day. But this is how we can turn a penny into 10 million and 3/4 euro. All right. So 10 and 3/4 million. That's kind of what we're looking at. So if you would be interested in a process to turn a penny into 10 million in 30 days, like that would be something that we'd like to do. And so this is the kind of approach that we're going to look for. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, day 8, day 9, day 10, 11, 12, I would say are pretty unremarkable. And then after that, something crazy starts happening, is that doubling effect starts to feel significant. All right. And so again, you might notice that's happening with you with your health and fitness. It's like the first 10 days feel like a waste of your bloody time. And you're not really going to notice any of the benefits, but you have to be willing to stick it out before you start noticing the big benefits. All right. And so again, I really have seen some people get like the health and fitness equivalent to this. Obviously, maybe not in 30 days, but 12 weeks, people have done crazy, crazy stuff, in my opinion, things that both me and them were shocked at, because they gave a good 6 to 12 weeks, really, really hard, and really stuck to it. And so again, we can do extraordinary things and you can get more than you bargained for, but we have to be willing to grind out and put in the work, even when the return doesn't seem significant. So what do you need to start doing and what do you need to stop? All right, so this is obviously, give and take. So what are you willing to give? What are you willing to start doing? And then what are you willing to take away? All right, so again, everybody could do with improving themselves in some way, shape, or form. Let's take up a new skill. Let's take up a new habit, and let's cut out some of the rubbish. You're probably wasting some time, probably been ineffective with your time, or maybe just being counterproductive. So what do we need to start and what do we need to stop? Have a look at that. Again, jot it down. Very, very important. So 2 bits of work for you so far. Firstly, your 24-hour planner. And secondly, what am I going to start? What am I going to stop? And what you're going to start or what you're going to stop could also fall under the bracket of what is your big thing? What's the one big thing? All right. You might have 2, but again, let's just focus on what's the one big one. Tip: behaviors lead to results, and results reinforce behaviors. All right. So again, the way you act will have a direct impact on your results. Sounds simple enough, but again, you'd be surprised people overlook simple things. All right. So again, what are the behaviors? What are the simple things? What is the one big thing? Results reinforce behaviors. And so again, once you start getting the result, you start seeing that the lemon is worth, or the juice is worth the squeeze. And so again, we really want to get into the habit of start squeezing the fruit, or start squeezing the lemon, because again, that juice is worth it. Right? Squeezing the lemon is not that hard. All right, especially once you get into the swing of it, you got the right gear, you have the right equipment, all that fun stuff. So things you do when nobody is watching will have a direct reflection on the results that are visible to everyone. You might think that it doesn't matter. X, Y, or Z, whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. X, Y, or Z, whatever you're not doing, it doesn't matter. It's not going to have a direct reflection. And hopefully by now in your life, either you've got the result good or bad, you know that that's not the case. Because either you're sitting now listening to this because you're doing amazing, you're on a positive streak, or you're sitting somewhere you don't want to be and you're looking to change. And so again, what you do when nobody's watching makes all the difference in the world. Please, please, please put some value on the things that you do when nobody is watching. All right, secret eating, secret drinking, wasting time, being ineffective, not studying, whatever it is, fucking watching shit videos. So again, let's make sure that we are being effective with our time and that we're doing things that are worth our time. All right, things that add value to our lives. Change your habits, change your life. I cannot stress the importance of habits, guys. Go on to Audible and look up, just type in habits, and you see so many books written on habits. So again, if you're looking to kind of delve deep into habits, what is a habit? How do I program myself into this? automated behavior that's going to make my life so amazing long term. One that I would definitely recommend is The Power of Habit, and another good one is Atomic Habits. All right, two very, very good books. I read The Power of Habit and I listened to Atomic Habits. Very, very good. Number 2, the power of an hour. You can optimize your week by sharpening your saw for 1 hour. So are you willing to give an extra hour if I told you that it would really make or break your results? All right, pause for you to answer in your own head. Are you willing to give an extra hour? If you're not, guys, realistically, you're probably just not that invested. All right, and that's, again, that's where we start. So if you're not willing to give an hour, maybe you're just not that invested. All right, because again, an hour is not that long of a time. You get 24 hours in a day, X amount of hours in a week. You do the maths. So are you willing to give an hour? Meal prep. Time is the biggest factor for people deciding to go off plan. All right, and so again, convenience is king at the end of the day. If winning is successful or winning is convenient, you'll do it. All right. If winning and being successful is kind of going to be a pain in the arse and take an awful lot of time, well, then your worst self, your tired self, your fatigued self, your low energy self is really going to slide down the path of least resistance. So we want to make sure that when your worst version shows up, which it will eventually do, all right, when motivation fades, which it always does, we want to make sure that winning and being successful is convenient. Meal prep is key for fat loss. So this is, if you're looking to lose weight, meal prep is where I would be putting my power hour into. All right. If performance is what you're after, mobility is where I would be putting my extra work, and like maybe even a little bit of core work in there as well, because again, most people train the big muscle groups, and again, like you could argue for muscle building your core, for functional fitness, for actively having something useful, which is your core. It is the thing that holds all together. Mobility and core work is where I would spend that power hour. So working into your weakest and tightest areas normally neglected will help massively with performance in the short and long term. Meal prep. This is the biggest factor for people deciding to go off plan. Make sure it is convenient and invest an hour. It's not a lot of time. The most important thing, all right, so it's 2022, guys. It's time to make some changes in your life. It's time to make big progress. So here's what I recommend. Self-study. All right, taking the time to invest in yourself with knowledge is by far the most important thing to focus on. All right, so again, knowledge is invaluable. All right, if you are somebody who can take action upon the knowledge you learn, you can literally turn your whole life around. Learning a new skill could teach you how to learn. All right, so if if you've never learned a new skill before, walking down that path of how to learn a skill is so valuable, and it will have so many more transferable skills within other things that you try to learn. So again, learning how to drive could teach you a little bit about yourself, maybe a temper, maybe you don't practice enough, maybe you don't study, whatever it is. Developing a new principle will spill into every other aspect of your life. So again, what principles could you apply to your life broadly that would really change and shake things up for you? Reading a new book could give you a perspective that you might otherwise never have. All right, so again, there is very successful people out there who've written down their best bits and given it to you for €15. All right, again, like amazing stuff. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's a Jim Rohn quote, and I stand by that. Again, if you are struggling with something, maybe take your eyes off the problem and onto yourself and start figuring out who you are, how you work, and develop yourself. And if you start going down that road, you will find yourself turning things around without actually having to focus on your meal plan. Because again, it's not your meal plan, it's the fact that you haven't done a meal plan. Why have you not done a meal plan? It's not the fact you're not going to the gym. Why are you not going to the gym? And digging that a little bit deeper into yourself to find out about yourself is very, very important. And then lastly, where are you going? All right, this week, small but impactful goal. All right, so set a small impactful goal for the week. Set yourself a weekly target. All right, this month, milestones achieved or serious progress made. Don't bluff the month away. All right, you can make serious progress in a month. All right, don't bluff a month away. This year, a year can turn it all around, and drastic changes can be made in a year. And again, I'm sure you've seen people and heard of people who in 1 year have literally lived 2 completely different lives. Your trajectory turned on its head forever. All right, so turn the direction of your life around. If you're not happy where you're going, you can change it all definitely within a year. It's your life. Don't sell yourself short. Guys, that's us for this week. Again, don't sell yourself short. You can do so much. You have so much potential. You got to have faith and believe that to be true. If you don't believe and don't have faith, you're probably not going to take that leap of faith that's going to take to, again, weather the storm for the first 12 days. So get after it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. This has been your weekly coaching call. Please message your coach on the Fighting Fit app if you are inspired and you're a Fighting Fit member. If not, guys, if you're just watching this on YouTube, please comment below and engage with us. We'd love to hear from you, and we will definitely get back to you. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. As always, peace.